Being comfortable to speak in front of the camera is more important than ever. Thanks to the pandemic, we are more likely to have meetings, presentations, or even job interviews online. And of course, if you are serious in building a personal brand online, then you must have thought of making videos and posting on YouTube and other social media platforms. So if you want to make an impact or have more engagement with your audience, then it's crucial to know how to be more likable in front of the camera. And now I'm going to share a few tips on that. Wait, I know what you're trying to say. Hey, you only have that many subscribers. Are you good enough to teach us that? Yes, I've just started very recently, and yes, I'm still working on my presentation skills and my mindset, but that doesn't mean I can't share what I've learned in my journey. These guidelines will be very helpful for you if you are serious in making better videos. And mind you, a lot of the great players are following that as well. Hello everyone, my name is Kipso and I create content about career empowerment for young professionals. If you find this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. So without further ado, let's get started. The first tip here is always remember you can't please everyone. Now, you must have heard of this famous quote before. If you try to please everyone, then you will end up pleasing no one. This is even more true for those who are showing their faces in their video. Unless you're a world-class actor, most likely people can tell you are faking it. So always remember, you have to be yourself as you speak. Being authentic is the first step to get other people to like you. Now, everyone's style and personality is different, and that means not everyone will click with you. Some people won't be interested in what you say, and there could be plenty of haters who will hate you for no obvious reason. This one time someone said my voice sounds weird. What? Now, that doesn't mean you are not good enough, it's just that they are not your audience. And it's totally fine with that. So don't try to please them by doing something that is against your value. It's a terrible idea and you can lose a lot more than you think. You really should focus more on yourself and the ones that resonate with you. So as long as you stay consistent and be authentic all the way, then people will just like you more. Another thing that you should remember is you have to believe in your content. I have seen plenty of people, they make content that they do not resonate with. They do it just so they can make some noise, or they're simply following the trend. It's definitely a big no-no to say something that you don't believe in or you just don't enjoy saying, because that's essentially lying, isn't it? And how can you expect others to like you if you are not sharing your true personality or your true opinion? And most importantly, you won't enjoy creating those content. So stick with your personal value and don't just follow the trend blindly. You probably know this already, but I feel like I still have to bring this up because this is the key to let other people like you more in front of the camera or even in real life. So in your video, you must have high energy. You need to be excited, passionate when you speak, because the audience pay more attention to your body language and your tonality. That's how communication works. We tend to focus more on the non-verbal factor, but the problem is it's always easier said than done. Even I try to be as enthusiastic or as confident that I can, my smile faded and my voice became monotone in the later part of the video. I don't know why, probably I was too busy restructuring my thought as I spoke. So there's really no easy solution. The only way to do it is to practice more, get more videos done. But I can share a few things I'm currently working on to portray a high energy image, and that should shorten your learning curve. So for instance, I'm going to smile more and make more gestures. I'll also sound more interested as I speak. And of course, I'm going to control the speed of my speech accordingly. So if you see me improving or making progress, I'll really appreciate if you put it in the comment section. Another tip for you is you must make sure you are providing enough value in your content. The thing is, you can be excellent at presenting in your video, but if your content doesn't provide quality value to your audience, it won't get you very far.
I have absolutely nothing to say whatsoever. And yet, through my manner of speaking, I will make it seem like I do.
We watch video for a reason. We probably want to learn something, and even for the pure entertainment video, people just want to have a few good laughs. If your video failed to achieve that purpose, then technically speaking, you are wasting their time, and no one likes their time being wasted. But on the other hand, if other people can benefit from watching your video, they'll start to pay more attention to you, and eventually they'll like you more because you have been helpful to them. So when you are creating content, always make sure your audience will learn something or get something from it. Alright, the last tip here is you can consider show your vulnerability. There's one concept that I've learned very recently, and I find it very profounding, and that is vulnerability is the key to close relationship. So by definition, vulnerability is consciously choose not to hide your emotions and your feelings or your weakness or even decides to other people. The truth is, there's always something that we are insecure of or afraid of, and it's definitely uncomfortable to expose it. Well, it's fair if you decide to hide it deep in your heart, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you choose to open up, not only you're showing the public that you have the courage to confront your weaknesses, but also the other people to feel that they are closer to you and understand you better because you are sharing something personal. But there's one thing that I want you to take note of though, and that is you don't want to abuse it. Because sometimes you might have a tendency to show your weakness to others just because you can get other people's sympathy. That is kind of overexposing, and other people will lose respect for you. So if you are dedicated in building a personal brand and you have no problem showing your face on the internet, then it'll definitely pay off if you learn how to become more likable on camera. So to sum it up, you must always be yourself. Don't change just to please anyone. Authenticity is the most crucial element to be likable. Of course, you have to believe in your content. You must also have high energy when you speak in front of the camera. Show that you're passionate as you talk. Always aim to provide enough value. And lastly, consider showing your vulnerability so that your audience get to know you better. And that's it. These are all the guidelines that I've been following, and I really love it if you can watch my videos and see if I'm making progress, if I'm making any improvement. So if you find this helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next week. Signing off.